All right, it is December 17th, 2024. Yes, it is a Tuesday, and what a Tuesday indeed. It was a Tuesday full of lessons, and that's frustrating because I'm too dang old to be learning these lessons. I'm gonna get into the specifics, but first, yesterday in my video I posted, I have to say I kind of rushed through that video, and it's a sloppy video for me. The music transitions were sloppy, some of the cuts were sloppy. I definitely need to do better, and I should bring my A-game content and make sure things are squared away before I hit publish on those videos. I made sure before I headed to work this morning that I used the restroom and took care of business before I got into my car. I ain't making that mistake again. Today, like majority of my days, I'm either shooting or editing or doing administrative stuff. Like those are the top three things that I'm dealing with at work. Today was supposed to be a mixture of editing and I had a shoot. But unfortunately, this is where that lesson comes to play. I jacked up the shoot. I feel terrible about it, and what happened was I was given the calendar invite, and the invite said from 11 a.m. till noon was the shoot. That's not what I saw. Quickly, my mind just saw 1 p.m. That's what I had in my mind. So I'm at the office, I'm setting up the studio to film an academy session. I'm working on some edits, and I'm like, I have plenty of time. And then around 11:15, 11:20, I'm getting gear ready to go to the shoot. And I load up the gear and I'm headed out to my car. Right about now, it's 11:45. Get in my car, I look at my phone to see the calendar invite, and I notice that it said 11 was shoot time. And I'm like, that instant moment when I saw that time say 11 a.m., it is roughly around 11:45 a.m., my heart sank. I called my point of contact from the client and I'm like, I just messed this up. I apologize. I'm running there now. There's not really a need for you to show up now because the training's almost over. Get off the phone with the client. I called my manager. I'm like, sir, he's like, I'm busy. Are you okay? I said, no. So he called me right away and I told him, I was like, I messed up. And I could just hear the disappointment in his voice where like I let the man down. And he's like, ugh. He goes, well, you head back to the office and I'll try to figure this out. And I was like, all right. I'm trying to navigate the silver lining of all this, because as soon as I hung up the phone with my manager, I instantly wanted to just go home, call it a day and just sulk. That's what I wanted to do. But I knew that wasn't gonna be healthy, and I knew it wasn't gonna be a productive anything, and it was just gonna keep me in this loop of just feeling sorry for myself. There's 4 things that I focused on in this process that I wanna share with you guys that helped me kill that noise, that narrative that was running through my head. The first thing I do is I make an amends. I say sorry, and I apologize, and I take ownership of my mistake. The second thing that I do is I run through my processes, basically navigating my processes and see where I can tighten that up. Third thing that I do is I focus on the solution, not the problem. The problem was a one-off. I looked at the time, and for whatever reason, that time was not the right time, but the time I had in my head was telling me 1 p.m., not 11 a.m. So I figured that is a one-off, and I just focus on, well, how can I avoid that happening again and work on a solution to that issue versus focusing on what a crappy person I am. The fourth thing that I do is the one that I struggle with the most. I extend myself grace, and it is a work in progress indeed. Those are the 4 things that I do to help settle and calm that negative talk that's happening in my mind. What also helped that is that my manager came up to me and he was inquiring on how I was doing, not condemning me or punishing me or making me feel less than, but just asking me straight up, like, yo, are you okay, man? Like, how are you doing? And I appreciate that. To me, that is a good manager. That's good leadership. And right there just solidifies my mind and my heart on why I love working for Small Giants. So, well, I ended the night filming our client Christmas party that we had for our clients to send a thank you and a gratitude of appreciation to them and what they do for us as a company. It was a good way to end the night because I was feeling in a funk and it kind of brought me out of it. And then I came home, saw Judah. He's hanging out with me right now.
Yeah.
Right? Is there anything you want to say, dude? Like, how do you make yourself feel better?
I guess I just feel better with you helping me do the video together.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, dude. All right, guys. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for us. So we will see you on the next one. Let's do it.